So, technology. Technology is, as in, advancements in technology is a good indicator of that thing that people go on about all the time. Who is it? So you go, oh, this is being done to us. They're doing this to us. And everyone goes, who's they? Who's they? Who are you talking about? They. You're always going on about they. Who are these they? And they kind of don't believe it. I think people think that there's not people getting together and organising stuff in a minority to gain stuff from other people. So there is a they, and technology is a good indicator of that. So if you don't believe this, then that's fair enough. But this is what goes on. People invent technology. Lots of people round about the place, and it gets mopped up by people. They get bought out. They get under the control of someone else. I know companies that it's happening in right now, and then it gets like pooled, and then you can make your decision on what you do with it. So and this has been going on forever. So we don't know how old the technology is that we've got now. But what we do know is that it's heavily controlled, and the release of it is heavily controlled to go in with whatever plan these people have. The big they. No arguments, please. Does my head in. They. Who's they? And then people disappear. They go, who's they? You're always saying they. And then that's the end of the conversation, and they disappear like they've ended it without actually looking into who they actually is, because there is people behind the scenes, like the Wizard of Oz. There is, and some of them are in plain sight, and obviously then they're not appearing to be behind the scenes, but they actually are. Anyway, so technology is a good indicator. So really, technology should have a natural flow in our environment, and maybe one day it will. So say I invent some kind of invention that helps people, I don't know, fly. Personal flying device made out of mushrooms, not hallucinogenic ones. Mushrooms, as in, some kind of levitating mushroom I found. I don't know, something nuts, but that actually works. And I find it out. I'm going to go, oh yeah, I'm going to start shouting to the world, I've made this device, it's going to save everyone loads of trouble. You're just going to be able to step on it, float down to the shops, float back, no power needed. You just water it now and again. It lasts for 10 years. It's a fungus. It's made of a fungus. This is seemingly mad, but you get what I'm saying. I'm not an inventor, so I can't really think of anything else. Anyway, I start shouting about it and selling them to people. I'm going to get pounced on, totally pounced on. All my shit's gone. And I'm a crazy conspiracy theorist, or whatever. They've taken it, shelved it for whenever they want to use it, or if they don't want to use it, or whatever. And one of the things is the military. People think the military have the latest advancement in technology, but that's not how it works. It doesn't work like that. They'll withhold whatever they want. They'll let people kill themselves. They don't care. That's not what it's about. It's not about the military having all the latest kit. It's about them, withholding this stuff for their future plans. Got nothing to do with fighting or anything. They all sit around together and talk about it anyway, don't they? Anyway, that's another video. War. So technology is a good indicator for definite of that we're under a lot of control. Also, the other thing is phones. Phones is a good example, because they keep bringing out new phones with new things on them, and a better camera and all this stuff. That's a really good indicator about the mental health of people, because everyone's like, oh yeah, I want to get a new phone. It does this and it does that, and they live for it. Well, that's a childish thing. That's a childish way to be. So all it indicates is that you're in your childhood body, and you're basically like a child half the time, or maybe all the time. So and you're getting the latest thing, and you can see it's a childish program. So they're withholding stuff. So if they just bought out one phone, it did everything you wanted. It's got the best camera, best microphone, best whatever. It's really good. It's got everything on it. They could not improve it other than the shape, maybe. They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. They need to withhold stuff to keep bringing stuff out. So basically, it's like abuse. Really, they should be going. Excuse me, mate. You're in your childhood body, and I can see that I'm affecting you like this. Do you need a hand, mate? Or they should be like that. I know it's an organisation and it's not like that, but people should be like that. It just should be like that. That's the way life goes. You don't play on people's childhood bodies. That's abuse. It is abuse, and it's bad abuse. You shouldn't be doing that. No one should be doing that. It's okayed in our society. So it's a seemingly unserious thing. A lot of people would just laugh at this, but I class it as very serious. And an abusive structure, and this is what we live in: an abusive structure of power. Where they give us things and make us happy here and there, and it's all bollocks, because we're not going to get better, as in not better, but we're not going to find our adult bodies and grow and be able to have really good perspective and understand body language, which is really important, and the whole thing. We're not going to be able to do it, I'm afraid, unless we've stepped over this childhood thing. And I'm going to do a whole video on childhood shock, where the shock, because most people are in their childhood bodies all the time. People need to know how to get out of it, and that starts by helping other people out of it. But I'm going to do a whole video on that, because it's a massive subject, and and it's possible for people to help people really fast. It's just that people don't know how to do it. Because it has to come from a place of honesty, truth, and love and compassion and stuff like that. And if it's tainted with if it's tainted with any kind of your fucked up childhood program, the other person's subconscious thinks you stink, and they can't even contemplate it. They can't even look at it, or it doesn't go into their head. They just dismiss it because you stink. You've got to not stink. That's the idea. So put yourself to one side, or purge your own stuff out and sort yourself out. It really is the job of life. But anyway, that's a whole nother video. Technology, really good example of people withholding stuff from us like we're little children, and not letting the natural technological kind of advancement thing flow like it should flow in nature. It's seemingly unnatural, but we are creating it in nature. So it is a semi-natural thing. We all use it now. It helps us at the moment. Little talk on technology. I hope that's interesting. I can't remember anything I've talked about. I'm going to have a shower outside. I need to wash my hair, because it gives me a headache if I don't wash it sometimes, which is quite odd. But anyway, that's me being open and honest. Okay, have a lovely afternoon.